nice and quiet this morning, and it's a little bit dark here in the Blue Mountains. Just sitting down, I am attempting a video landscape. Everything I've uploaded so far to YouTube has been horizontal, which I know YouTube would prefer landscape, so I'm going to have a go. I've got this new arm thing holding the camera together, and we'll just have a crack at it. So this is the back of a blouse, a second-hand blouse. It's actually my blouse originally, but quite boring, and it's a Kmart Anko brand blouse with lovely full sleeves. I'll stand up so I can see what I'm showing you on the side here. So this is the back of it. Move everything out of the way. I'm going to show you the front quickly. I have done the front. I'm still working on it. This is the front of it so far. I could tie this up, hey? You can have a look. And I was umming and ahhing about doing the back panel. It's coming along together really nicely. So it's really originally just this creamy polka dot top, size 20 Anko brand. And I've just been going, decorating. Sorry, it's so dark here. It's a rainy day in the mountains, so it means overcast. And this board's quite helpful. I can just flip and keep working on the back. I think I just dropped a needle. I wasn't going to do the back, and then I thought, wow, no, it needs the back. So here I'm adding the last of the fabrics into the shape of the blouse. And there's a bit of lace there. So this needs to be worked on. This I've started. And then this side, we need to add a little bit more. Let's do that now. See what we've got here. I've got bits and pieces. I did have a couple of other nice little pieces I was thinking about, but we can start with these. Oops, sorry, banging the stand. So I think we could start with, what have we got here? This was off a vintage pillowcase, like a quilted piece, which I don't have in front of me. And I use these flowers from it as well, this one here too. So make sure it's not mirroring the other side. I don't want this to look the same as the other side. So great to use scraps of fabric into something really nice. That's almost got a natural curve of this armhole. It's going to be a quick video. I'm just attempting my first landscape one. I've been thinking about for a long time to go onto YouTube. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok. I've just joined as Malvik and Me, if you haven't found my brand. So I'm an Australian designer, and I do greeting cards, tea towels, t-shirts, a whole lot more. There are some very rude, some very political. And my love of this slow stitching stuff has come fairly recently after watching some videos on YouTube, and just thought, oh my God, I want to do that. We also sell a lot of vintage stuff in the shop, and I upcycle denim jackets. And for this life, I had a vintage fabric handbag making business called Cara Smith Bags. That was a while ago. So yeah, I keep reinventing, refining new things that I love, and this is one of them. So I've been selling fabric slow stitch packs online because I have so much vintage fabric, and this is my next step after doing a few pouches and other things. I thought I'd love to make or upcycle a top. So this is the front of the blouse on this side, and I'm just going to sort of add a few things here, see what I think. I don't mind some gaps. I will add some more, but sometimes just what we've got here, like stitching just straight over the fabric, is nice. I had a great old tea towel, Hermit's tea towel, but I think that's just too big and boisterous. What else we got here? Just looking for a couple more fabrics to fill. This is an incredible vintage linen. It's like a nautical piece, if you can see that. I've put a piece down over here I like the C here. Maybe we'll just squeeze a little bit of that in the bottom. Is this going to tear for me? Yes, it is. So I'm just sort of thinking in there somewhere. I don't think I can tear that. I'm just going to cut it and sew it down. So it's Saturday morning in the Blue Mountains, and today Kevin will have our shop open. I should do this in front of you, shouldn't I? And I have to go down to Penrith to pick up my child's new prescription glasses. See, I didn't really think here because I've put this little flower down, and really I should probably have a bit of fabric underneath it. That's okay, we don't care about that. Yeah, anyway, I'll pin that and then we'll do a little bit of stitching. I won't make my first one too long. I just think I'll get into the hang of doing some stuff for YouTube, because I've been on Instagram and Facebook for so long and they love vertical. And so now you have to film 2 different ways, which is kind of a pain. And I have done quite a few, a few YouTube ones vertical, which you can find, like shorts, and I think I'll just upload them as is after I've done them on live on Instagram. And I'll try and get in the hang of it. So just make sure every little piece is locked down. I've got a new dress pattern which I picked up from Minerva's Bower in Katoomba. I'm a plus size person, and they specialise in incredible Australian designer brand patterns, and this one dress in particular I've picked up is amazing. I'm very happy with it, and I have to start making something, I think, soon for myself. I also picked up a bit of this fabric as a remnant. I love this. I don't know who it's by. Andover Fabrics, 2017. Look at that. It's great. Here's some of my other slow stitching too that I've been doing. These I haven't made up into anything yet. Oh, little birdie's upside down. Suffolk puffs and a bit of vintage doily work, embroidery. And I've also made, which I've shown in my other videos, my own, and so of course it's got stuff everywhere, but my own slow stitch pouch. Look at that fabric too, I love that. So this I take everywhere. It's really handy with all my bits and pieces, but it is a mess at the moment. I need to clean everything at the moment. I've got stuff out everywhere. I've just had my mum come to visit, and I'm just out of control. I need to clean everything. But I also have a whole shop to clean and manage as well. And we've just finished school holidays. I've had a funeral. That noise in the background is our rabbit Marvin drinking from his drinker feeder thing. Right. Yeah, so this is all off a, to the front, it's there, a vintage, a pillowcase, which is lovely with all this ribbon work, and it had lots of patch. So this piece here came from it too. Just make sure you can still see what I'm looking at. Yep. So this, I don't know how comfortable, I don't want it too bulky on your back. So if I can find a needle, of course I won't be able to find the thread, will I? Oh, I'm just using this kind of creamy, almost like a flesh colour. I wondered if, I get everything secondhand. I wondered if this was maybe for bras and things like that. 658 Goodman. Yeah. Have a quick drink of my tea. Sorry if you don't like the slurping. I find this so peaceful and so joyful. So I'm a recent convert. I've seen there's some really great workshops out there which I'd like to attend in New South Wales, here in Australia, and I used to host workshops. I'm thinking what I could share with my community. I feel like post-COVID we've really disconnected, and I'm just thinking like even fabric pouches or bowls or things like that. Just either as gifts or just things for people, you know, for yourself. I think that I'm going to go in the front too. This will be all scandalous probably too, but I just hide the tail underneath. It's mainly because it's a blouse, it's awkward. If it was a flat panel, I'd go from the back. And of course, this is the other thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just someone that enjoys the art of slow stitching. I'm definitely not, sorry, I'm going to keep bumping that on because it's right in the way. I'm not any good at this or any better than anyone else. I just want to enjoy stitching and breathing through the stitching. I find it really meditative, and I want to encourage others to do this, that we can all do this. So really what I'm doing here is just basting. I like everything to be attached before I work on it and do this kind of stuff. I don't like it half hanging on by pins while I'm doing it. I find it bunches up and that kind of stuff. The way I've got my camera stand here is really awkward. It's right next to my left hand here. So I kind of feel like I'm bunched up, but I will get better at how you do this. And I'm trying to slow down and not speak fast. I'm a bit of an ADHD head, and with 20,000 things going. And some people have said to me, oh, this is really enjoyable to watch you do this stuff, but I talk a mile a minute, and I'm trying not to. I hope you can still see this. Let's check. Yep. I'm still in my pajamas. Everyone's asleep. It's just after 7 in the morning on a Saturday. And I thought I'll just get a little bit of this in before everyone wakes up and have their demands. And I wonder if that's what you do. Gosh, this is awkward. I've got this in the worst spot. I don't feel like I can use my left arm properly because it's going to bang the stand. If you've got any tips on where to position it, let me know. I just recently got this stand. And before that, I was just leaning my phone on books and tilting it and doing all this weird stuff. And even then I drop it. So you can see anyway, I'm starting to get the hang of getting it all down. I'll try and attach the other one at the same time. Saves a little bit more time. And I just feel like I'm doing this very awkwardly. It doesn't need to be perfect because then I'll go over it again with some coloured thread. I'm going to stop today at Spotlight and Penrith and see what else they have. I'm just absolutely having so much fun with all of this. And I'll go a little bit of a mini hunt. Me and the kids are really big op shoppers. And I sell vintage and upcycled clothing. I think I'll be back. I'll do the next stage for you. Probably a bit easier if I pick this up, but because of the shape of the blouse, I don't want to get caught. Scissors are annoying me. I was ready to start doing some of the colourful thread work, but then realised on the other side of this back panel I hadn't finished basting it down, so no, forget that. And as I'm learning, there might be better techniques out there if anyone has ideas. I'd like to hear them. Okay, and you can probably see better. Now I've got my dogs visiting, clattering toenails, licking the floor, God knows what, you know, doing dog things. Snuffling. One, there's a pug called Badger. snuffling around, being extra annoying. It's breakfast time. Oh, I've got this everywhere. But anyway, you get the idea here first for this. This is kind of boring too, unless you really like watching people stitch. It's quite therapeutic, especially when they keep getting the cotton caught. That's great, Cara. All right, everyone's starting to wake up. I'm gonna switch you off. Okay, just some little quick stitching using this lovely variegated thread, and then I'm going to call it quits because everyone's waking up. I've got demands for, you can hear a cat scratching on the scratching post, full house here, and I just thought, no, this isn't happening, but it's good for a first YouTube video landscape, ready to go. Let's do this. Cat's playing around me. Yeah, so we're in the beautiful village of Mount Victoria in the Blue Mountains, and we have pets, we have chickens, we have a bit of a menagerie on our block with a couple of fantail pigeons. There's a rabbit. There's compost bins and solar panels and water tanks, and just starting up the veggie patch. I've really been enjoying doing a little pot plants outside the front door with things like pansies and violets. In the past I would never have done all that. Snapdragons, I love snapdragons, and I'll show you one day. But it's a big block, and at the moment the weeds are getting out of hand, so I'm just doing what I can and enjoying what I can and not beating myself up about it. And my husband is currently retraining. He's a tiler by trade, and he's retraining to do age and disability care. And got 2 teenagers here too. And sometimes my shop feels overwhelming. Anyway, that gives you an idea of what sort of stitching I'm doing there. And then maybe another time we'll do, oh God, I just got myself. Some of the other stuff. Anyway, take care. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Bye.